Today I will tell you about the temporal region. Now the temporal region is situated on each side of head, above and in front of auricle, and it extends right from superior temporal line above to zygomatic arch below, and anteriorly it is bounded by frontal process of temporal bone, and posteriorly and below it is bounded by posterior part of inferior temporal line. I am running this probe along the inferior temporal line. Here is the posterior part, and supramasseoid crest. Here it is. Now this temporal region is slightly depressed area, and the temporal fossa forms the floor of temporal region, and this floor is made up of four bones: parietal bone, frontal bone, squamous part of temporal bone, and greater wing of sphenoid. In the anterior part of it, pterion is situated. Now look at the diagram. The temporal fossa, as we know, forming floor of temporal region, communicate to infratemporal fossa through a gap deep to the zygomatic arch. Here it is. I am inserting finger. An infratemporal fossa is situated between the pharynx medially and the ramus laterally below middle cranial fossa. We will discuss details about infratemporal fossa afterwards, but the floor of temporal region is temporal fossa containing many structures. So let us see about the contents of temporal fossa, and the contents are temporal fascia, temporalis muscle, deep temporal nerve and vessels, superficial temporal artery, and auriculotemporal nerve. Now temporal fascia is green colored in this diagram, is representing temporal fascia, number 1. Now temporal fascia is very thick fibrous sheet which covers temporalis muscle and forming roof of temporal fossa, and above it is attached to superior temporal line as a single layer, and below it is splits into two, and two layers get attached to the outer and inner lip of upper margin of zygomatic arch. Deep surface of it gives origin to some fibers of temporalis muscle, and superficially related to the extension of epicranial aponeurosis. Now near the zygomatic arch, as we know, temporal fascia splits into two, and the space between the two layers filled up by fat, and it contains branches of superficial temporal artery and zygomaticotemporal nerve. Piece of temporal fascia may be taken to repair the perforation of tympanic membrane by ENT surgeons. Now let us see the another content, is temporalis muscle. The temporalis muscle, look at this diagram, somewhat fan shaped, very wide origin and very narrow insertion. Near the insertion, this muscle gets tendinous. Now the muscle takes origin from the floor of temporal fossa, and some fibers takes origin from the deep surface of temporal fascia, and the muscle towards insertion become tendinous, and the tendon of muscle is very narrow and get inserted onto the tip of coronoid process, anterior margin of the coronoid process, and encroaching lateral and medial surface also. and this muscle is supplied by deep temporal nerve. Here it is, deep temporal nerve running deep to this muscle. The very important action of this muscle to elevate mandible. And if you look at this diagram, it is very obvious that the posterior most fibers are more or less horizontal, and these fibers are responsible for retraction of protruded mandible. The protrusion of mandible is nothing but the forward movement of mandible beyond upper jaw is the protrusion, and this muscle is responsible for retraction of protruded mandible. Retraction is nothing but the mandible is draw back to the resting position, is retraction of mandible, and the posterior most fibers, which are horizontally running, responsible for retraction of protruded mandible. Let us see the deep temporal nerve and vessels. The deep temporal nerve, 2 in number, and they are running upwards deep to temporalis muscle. Therefore, it is represented in this diagram as a dotted line. And the nerve is running deep to the temporalis muscle, and deep temporal nerve is branched from anterior division of mandibular nerve. We will discuss mandibular nerve afterwards. And it is accompanied by the deep temporal artery, and the deep temporal artery is a branch from the maxillary artery, second division, second part of maxillary artery. Now, under the content is superficial temporal artery. Here it is. I am running the spoke along the superficial temporal artery. Now, the superficial temporal artery is running upwards from the upper border of parotid gland. It is one of the temporal branch of external carotid artery, and this artery supplies temporalis muscle as well as scalp. The superficial temporal artery runs along with this nerve, auriculotemporal nerve. The auriculotemporal nerve is running upwards from upper border of parotid gland, and it supplies skin of auricle and the scalp and external acoustic meatus. Now, these two structures, they are running side by side upwards in the temporal region, and these two structures, they are superficially placed. We will discuss details about the infratemporal fossa afterwards. Thank you very much.